All right, guys, today we're going to do the back pocket of this trouser. Okay, from my dart line up here, from my waistline rather, on the dart line, I took 3" downward. You can see 3", and I took 2.5 on both sides, making 5". The width of the pocket. The width of the pocket is 5". 2.5 on this side of the dart and 2.5 here. All right, after taking that, I went ahead, I cut a fabric. I cut a fabric 7" 7" for the width, while 3.5" for the length. Both fabric are the same length, the same measurement. And I put interface. I put gum steel as the interface. Okay, so after that, and I folded it and ironed it to get the midpoint of this. So I will come over to this place and do it this way. The midpoint to join this midpoint, that's a dart line. You pin it together. You pin it together on that spot. Okay. That is for the upper part. Then this one also, I'll put it here. I still get the midpoint. I ironed it and I notch it a little. So you still put it here and pin it as well. Okay. It's very simple. You can see what I did. So after I've done this, I'm going to take 2.5 and 2.5, just exactly as I did on the trouser material. 2.5. This 2.5, this is where I'm going to stop when I'm stitching. I'll stop at this. And here also 2.5. As you can see, I measured from here to here, that is 5". Exactly what I measure on the trouser. So after that, I'm going to stitch. I will stitch 0.5 away, 0.5" away from this place. Okay, as you can see, I've used my pen to mark it. I took 1/4 away from the midpoint, 1/4 away from the midpoint on both sides, 1/4, and I wrote pen. I wrote it with pen, so I'm going to go to the machine and stitch along this line that I use pen to rule. I will stitch along this line. This arrow is when I'm going to notch it open. But let's just stitch through this. Before that, look at the other side of the trouser. I still put the interface. I still put a little interface on this part of the trouser. So I'll go and stitch this and come to show you guys. Okay, as you can see, I've stitched it. I follow this line and I stitch it up. So I need to open this place now. I want to open this place up. I want to open it up with my scissors. Be very careful. Very careful. You can see what I did. I pierce it a little. After that, I open it up and I'm going to stop at this arrow here. You won't cut it through. Okay, so when you get there, you follow this line. Be careful. Be very careful. Very careful. See what I did? You do the same thing on this side. You take your scissors and follow through. Okay. You can see what I'm doing. Be careful. You can see I've cut this angle here. I've cut this through. So, you can now take this in. You take it in. You take them in gently. You take it in gently. So, okay, so we iron this side. Look at what we did. We turn it like this and iron this place. Make sure this place is open. Then you come in, you shift it upward a little. Look at how it was. You shift it upward like you are forming a pleat, a little pleat. You shift it a little pleat. You secure it with your pin. The same thing you do to the other side too. You can see how it was before. And I form a pleat. See the pleat I form? I form a pleat and you press it. You press it. You secure this side also with your pin. And you turn it and see what you have done. You can see. The purpose of the pleat is to cover the hole that was there. It's to cover this hole. Don't mind this side. I will still... By the time I hold this side, this place will be smooth. You can see it's forming already. It's forming already. So what I will do, I'll remove my pin. I will take it up like this. I will stitch this side. I will stitch this side together. The same thing on this part. I will stitch it together. So after I've done the pleats and iron it, see how it's looking. Then I still need to secure the pleats. So I will secure the pleats. What I will do, I can just hold the pleats like this together. I can secure the pleats with pin. So I will hold it this way. And I will secure it lightly together with this back. I'll secure it lightly together. The same thing here too. You do it like this. You secure it together, as in you stitch it together on this. You can see these are the other ones that was there initially. So you stitch together. After that, as you can see it, I've stitched this side. I've stitched it, secured it there. Both this side, I've secured it. Then we need the pocket extension. How do we get that? I cut a lining. The lining, the width is the same thing with this. The width is 7 inch. Why the length is 14 I took. So what will I do? You join it to this upper part. Look at, you join it. I will stitch it together. Okay. You can see I've stitched them together. I've attached the lining to the, and also come down here, attached it here. After that, you arrange it like this. You notch it together. You notch it. So I'm going to stitch it like this. I'll stitch it from here to this place. I'll lift it up. Lift it up, stitch it together. Also stitch it here. After I stitch, then I will lock it. I will lock it up and stitch again. Lock it up and stitch again. As you can see, the job is done very neat. I stitch together, then I lock it up and stitch again. You can see I've locked up the rough parts of the lining. The rough edge of the lining is already in. I've locked it up. You can see it's very neat. So this is everything about the back pocket. The back pocket is right there. So